Ah, yes. It's the Bols podcast that is, as always, from Duke to Barbershop, Philadelphia, PA, to the world. We are everywhere. Sleeves to hustle all day long, as always, here to get it on. My good brother, my compadre, Staff, the militant one, excuse me, a.k.a. brother Byron, you know what I'm saying? Dread on the lens, of course, John of the Bols, the Big Show, Montana, a whole bunch of aliases, but we ain't getting into all that shit right now. You dig what I'm talking about? My man BJ in the fucking Bizac, you know what I'm saying? The actual Duke in this joint, you know what I'm saying? He got his prep shit on, he ain't fucking with y'all today. You understand what I'm talking about? Because it's real out here. No Diddy. All right, so you know what I'm saying? So
you just did me, throwing my aliases out there. It's kind of like,
you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Off top, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to definitely, since we uptown, the NG town, gotta shout out my nigga Quilly, man. I you know what I'm saying? I see you with that, but you know that's gonna be used expeditiously, nigga.
It's gonna be used heavily too. It's already being used.
Oh man, Diddy.
No Diddy, no
Diddy on the run eating.
Listen, man, they had the meme with the, I don't know if that was been around the world when the feds was coming and he had to hop on the jet.
We got company.
And be out. You know what I mean? Like, listen, man, we are, if you didn't know, of course, what's been going on this week is that, you know.
Another one.
Icons, you know what I'm saying? We all grew up on it, and he's an icon, and we hoping that it's not true. But they came through. They came through like when they raided. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't It wasn't a these are some allegations type of response.
First of all, the feds don't come unless they have a solid case.
Listen, man,
and that's just the bottom line.
Like when they came through X House and Belly. All right, on the pull-up. They did that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, because I just watched that joint the other day. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica's very good. Shout out to Ox. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man. The bottom line is they hit him in 3 spots, 3 states, man. Like, it don't get no more calculated and strategic.
What was the third one?
It was what? Miami, New York, and L.A.
I didn't know they did New York.
I didn't know they did New York either.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I wasn't clear that. And then they grounded his plane.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't it already in the Caribbean?
Yeah, but it's grounded now. Yeah, so, you know, once you're under...
He wasn't on it, though.
No, but it doesn't matter. But once you're under, like, any criminal FBI investigation...
No fly zone.
You're done.
Did he get arrested today?
I don't know if he got arrested. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
That would have been breaking.
So where is he right now? Don't nobody know?
Somewhere shaking his shoulders. Like, somewhere shaking his shoulders. Like,
for one last time.
For one last time. Because the thing about it is that it's that power. That power.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think that when you get to that level of power and that level of money, one wrong move is over for you.
Yeah. He had all that power and all that influence, and it went, I guess, unchecked. For a real long time. So he just felt like, you know, invincible almost. Like he could do whatever.
Unchecked influence.
But there's always somebody a step above.
You know what I mean? So. It's just the fact of the allegations, because all this, to my knowledge, is allegedly. So I ain't gonna bury you under the jail yet. No Diddy. But what we gonna do is gonna speak on it. Real shit. So with that, like, you got, what's that? Sexual trafficking, or what was it? Sexual.
Yo,
like, what's the allegations?
All right. So it's first off like. So he got the sex trafficking, right?
Okay.
And then also there's all these allegations that he's drugging people
tunnels
at the parties. It might be some tunnels.
No, he said it was a tunnel.
I didn't even see that. See, now I know he got the Diddy tunnels. So it's the young girls who are underage. This is all in the indictment. You know what I mean? So he's having parties, hosting them, giving them alcohol and drugs and all that stuff. Then he's got the sexual assault allegation with the producer, the most recent, I forget the dude's name. I'm about to pull up the indictment. But
last name was Jones, I believe.
Jones or something like that, I think. So he's got that sexual assault indictment. It's a RICO thing now, because now they're talking about He was hanging out with drug dealers. They were supplying him with illegal guns. He was paying off sex workers using different like wire
the city
transfers
girls.
with illegal credit cards and all this other crazy shit he's got going on. It's like the whole thing is just, he's got the drug mules, people transporting and carrying drugs for him, carrying them on the plane. The thing is wild. It's wild. Cassie was like tip of the iceberg. And I guess maybe, I don't know if she has some inside knowledge that, you know, it's about to be an avalanche.
That helped.
So she was like, let me go ahead and make my case now. I'm gonna get my bread now, because I'm sure if Cassie's coming forward and this other male producer are coming forward, there's so many other people. They're probably like, yo, I'm trying to get a piece of this Puffy money now. I want, you know, if I can't get justice, I want some paper.
Yeah, his one of his background dancers came out and said, I never might tell these stories, but I got some stories that are horrifying. She said they're horrifying, but she said she don't know if she would ever speak on them.
Right.
But maybe you're speaking on them.
You're
And what's
now.
going to happen now that you're putting this out there, you're going to be subpoenaed. So you're going to have to speak on them, buddy.
And that's what's crazy. It's like his whole staff is like complicit, because they're either bringing him the drugs or going out to get the girls
and doing them with him,
or get the guys, because you know he had these freak offs, and it was it seemed like it was anything
had all
goes.
types of cameras everywhere.
They said in every room in the house. Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm just saying, he sat and watched and lived through the Kells era. Niggas
I'm
ain't
a
learned.
watcher though.
But
So
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait,
but
no.
she on her voyeur shit.
but he is though.
I am a watcher.
Because if you peep what Cassie said, she was like, yo, he had me record him doing all this crazy stuff all the time. And this new guy, this new man that's pressing these charges, is saying the same thing.
Devil's advocate, sorry, cut it. Can't nobody make me do nothing. So I am a grown adult. So it's so unfair to crucify this man for something that you knew what you was doing. No, you was money hungry and you ain't walk away. Ain't nobody making me videotape them butt fucking if that's not what I want to do.
See, now I thought that way too.
But that might
right?
be the case if it's set up like how we in here is a set. But if I got hidden cameras,
Well,
and
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Cassie and these people saying, he made me tape him. Can't nobody make me do anything as a grown adult.
See, this is the thing, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but
no,
after
I hear you
hide
on
up-
that, right? But to these people's credit,
I've been high up before. I told you I don't hold no bars, and nobody can't make me do anything.
Fair enough.
So no, it's all about the money. You got to stand grounded in your intent. You were tuned into the money, so you would do anything.
see, I thought that too, right?
Mhm.
I read into it a little bit more, and now I understand how some of these people could be trapped, right? Because
Blackmail.
Puffy is hanging out with these gangsters, supplying him with these guns. He has law enforcement in his pocket. He's threatening you with violence.
Mhm.
Puffy's telling you how, yo, you
Blackmail.
know, that shooting in that nightclub that Shine took the blame for? No, I did that. This is what the new guy is saying Puffy says in front of him. He's always flashing guns. Puffy's telling you, yo, I'll eat your face if you don't do whatever I'm asking you to
Hannibal
do.
Lecter,
In
like,
the
what?
indictment, Puffy says that he'll kill his mom to get whatever he needs. Like, it is wild. So I understand the intimidation
I've
factor.
been around real N-words before, and they don't do a lot of this. So I probably wouldn't. I don't care who you got in pocket. Like, I have been around real gangsters. Like, that might have did some crazy stuff, right? I wasn't there, allegedly. And you understand what I'm saying? And I don't believe that. They don't do all of this. No, that is that I like boys. This is the way I'm going to show you I'm a gangster because I'm going to beat on women. And that's it.
I mean, it goes back
But
to
that's
ego,
you though.
ego.
That's you though, because
Yeah.
other people might be intimidated.
Exactly.
This new singer, this new producer's got this case. There was some incident a couple weeks ago at a music studio in California where I think Puffy and I don't know if it was his son and some other guy got into an altercation, and that dude got shot all up in the stomach, and Puffy didn't go to jail for that.
Mm-hmm.
No, they were having some kind of shootout in the bathroom at this music studio. So if you
Not in the
witness
bathroom.
that, if you witness that and you see Puffy get into an altercation with somebody and shoot them, and then you
Get
hear
off
about
scot-free.
and then you hear about
It
Puffy
ain't about
shooting somebody
shit.
in a nightclub, and then you also know that Puffy's got his head of security, supposedly, some dude, Mr. Muhammad, supposedly is able to make people disappear. So if he's got these kind of henchmen
He throwing
at his
niggas in
beck and
Borg
call,
acid.
so if he say, no, you ain't going nowhere, because you know what I do to people who try to leave me.
This is the point that I'm making. I've been around these kind of people before. And Yeah, it's me then.
Yeah, it's
me,
you. Because there are
because-
other people who would be intimidated by
Yeah,
it.
and I'm not, but that's all that goes to not putting yourself in these predicaments because he didn't start off like that. I bet. It probably never starts off like, "Come here, biatch."
Yeah,
You know,
no.
I'm sure it didn't start like that. It started off with the fun, the going out, the gifts,
Yeah.
the everything. Now you like that.
You
Now I
took
can
him shopping.
Yeah, come
Make
on.
the real vibe real comfortable.
Make it real comfortable. It don't start off like that. But the first,
You trying to help Diddy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Absolutely.
then he pull you into that web. Next thing you know,
And
you sleeping around
Is
with
he
all
a
these
Scorpio?
prostitutes.
Diddy's a
and-
Scorpio. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I know this is
Yeah.
off topic. I think Diddy's a Scorpio. Can somebody find his fact check this for me, please?
Wow.
I think, and if he is, as a Scorpio, I get it. We are
Scorpio's
very our way kind of people. Now I'm not going to take it to violence or call the goons out.
I don't know.
Sometimes a goon might come out.
His birthday is November 4th.
He is a Scorpio.
See? So he is Scorpio with goons in law enforcement, and he's got a lot of money. He's
Oh,
a
yeah,
billionaire.
He's reckless.
So if he wants you dead, he can easily pay somebody.
No, he's reckless. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I said, it was unchecked power for too long.
I mean,
No,
obviously,
you didn't say
man.
power. You said something else that was better than that. Unchecked.
I mean, it's been that forever with him.
Maybe I did.
It was
And
We watched the playback.
it has to be some truth to it at this point, man. It's just too much shit. Somewhere along the lines have definitely been crossed.
right.
But, as the days and weeks go by, we're going to find out more as we should. But, yeah, dog, like, it's too many instances and too many stories of negativity when you talk about business, just dealings and relationships when it comes to this man.
From the beginning.
You know what I mean? And when you think about and when
You
you
always heard crazy shit about.
and when you think about certain things like for real, even though I don't know who runs it right now, but let's say something like Def Jam is still around. You get what I'm saying? Like they still got artists and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the situations with Interscope, whatever like that. But when you think about Bad Boy and what it was,
It's right there in Bad Boys.
Bad
Your
Boys.
face. Just think about it.
Bad
man.
Boys.
Bad Boy. Just the name. Rough. Gangster. I'm a bad boy. He's
take that. No Diddy. No
Oh.
Diddy.
Listen.
You didn't even think. Oh, the
No,
origins of the take that.
Now you're now everything
Oh.
that we listen to, everything that we see, every action that he did, we're going to look at it differently now.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like he always had the baddest B, right? He don't even like bees. He like boys. That's crazy.
Right.
But that was his. What did they call it back in the day? His mustache.
His beard.
His beard. His beard. Right. He had a bunch of bad beard bitches.
See,
He got a lot of kids too, though. So I guess obviously,
I mean,
he might like both. Who knows?
No,
that might
it's
be his
definitely
thing.
a bi
you know?
situation.
You know,
Diddy
but,
a fluent motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, Diddy will do whoever.
That's called something nowadays. That's called
Don't
gender
matter.
neutral. Gender. What
Don't
is
matter.
it? Gender neutral?
or fluid or something like that.
No, it's gender neutral or something. Or it means like I love anything that loves me. And then he changed his name
Yeah,
to
that's
Love.
what I think. That's what the homie Wayne Brady said he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
pansexual. Yeah,
That's what it's called.
yeah.
So what is the other thing? See, it's too much. I had to go
so
to
much shit.
school for
All
this.
that shit can kiss my ass respectfully. Like,
Well,
come on, man.
I don't
like,
think you
know
can tell
what
somebody
I'm
to kiss
saying?
your ass respectfully. I think you better
Respectful.
stand on ten toes. He don't like it. And that's it. You don't have to like it. It's certain things that I don't like, and I'm not going to say respectfully because
I'm
respectfully,
just telling you
that's how I
respectfully, you
feel.
kiss my ass with all of them alphabets and all that extra shit. Like when you refer to me as, or I like to be, what's the term and shit? They like to be referred
Your
to.
pronouns.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
your
Or whatever
pronoun.
like that. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, like it's just a lot.
I like to call myself her. Her. That's my pronoun.
You know what? What I think is corny too, right? About this whole situation is that how people want to come out with their stories now.
Because
Like-
it
But
is.
how?
Because it's been talked.
Go ahead.
Because it is, because that's the problem I got with a lot of it. Because it's like,
Because if he
not
wasn't
only-
on the run, you wouldn't say nothing.
yeah.
Because of what you just said. They're scared, but it's power in numbers. So they're not afraid anymore because the whole thing is when you got a whole gang behind you, they going to march on to the courthouse, clearly at this point.
Yes, and then the other
Everybody
side
got
of
a
that
story
on
to
the
tell.
devil's advocate is too, like where I could come in and exaggerate and be on some other shit just to try to be heard to be relevant
The Me
again.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So, but in this case, it's unfortunate, but it's just real shit. Your background in your history when it comes to dealings with relationships and folks, and from what we've heard, the shit all been suspect. I just was on YouTube today. I was watching somebody, I think was another producer, but from back in the 90s or something, from the West Coast or something like that, talked about how Diddy flew him out to Miami and got in a limo with him to go to the club, and he tried to offer him a bag of the E-pills. He said no. Then he said, all right.
Damn, a whole bag, not one.
It was a bag.
Damn. Nigga going OD.
Yeah, right.
I could have exaggerated that, but you get what I'm saying. He pulled the joints out. So then he said, all right, to get to the spot.
Puff offered me a kilo.
Get to level 1. You know what I'm saying? It's chilling, you know, people vibing, whatever like that. Level 2 was like more VIP. All right, people vibing. But then he took him to the upper room, and level 3 was, oh no, Diddy up that joint. You understand what I'm talking about?
Want to see how you react to it.
And and he was like, yeah, no, I'm cool. So he got him a ride home, and he was up out of there.
But
But Puff stayed.
You know what I'm saying?
So
You dig
listen,
what I'm
I
saying?
don't find anything wrong with that. Now here's the thing. Let me break that story back down. If I do E-pills and I offer you an E-pill and you don't want one, don't take it. If we go to a club and we're on level 1, it's big fun, okay? It's not too much going on. Cool, we're vibing. Now if we go up the elevator and now it's getting a little freakier, at any time you can leave.
Right.
Now when we go to the 3rd level and I'm trying to hit you in the ass, you seen it elevating.
You could have stopped.
You seen it elevating. This is my point. My point is you see the elevation in it, so stop it soon.
But level 2 was like VIP-ish more. Then like Gen Pop was level 1. It was like regular people.
You feel it though. You feel it. It gets freakier and freakier.
So I'm thinking like, oh shit, this must be like the private. Oh yeah, this is the private.
I guess at the same time,
Puffy is getting closer and closer every level.
When you under the influence, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking like that, you know what I'm saying? You going with the flow.
But that's why.
That's when I'm actually thinking about it.
But that's why I be saying. That's why I can say now, like that's why.
Until you have like a sobering incident.
Right.
Listen,
whoa.
That's why I can appreciate being older now, not being the young 20-year-old or nothing like that. To ever be them hammered nights. Thank you, Lord, for covering me. That I'm even in a situation like that now.
Lord, I still have those hammered
it's like, nah, fam, I'm not getting fucked up. That crazy. You still trying to offer me shit? I'm good. Like I told you how I am at these parties now. I bring my own weed, and I need to see the bartender pouring from a bottle. Don't come up to me with no drink. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I may have been an offerer back in my day. I'm going to just be honest. Because the thing about it is, regardless, when we blow, it's going to come out. It might be, what if it's no Montana?
Damn.
Say no, I'm joking. But I'm going to be honest about it. Not an offer like, take this. No pun intended, right? But, yeah, I was an offerer back in the day. But I was only an offerer to people that I knew was already doing her.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So it wasn't like you.
It wasn't like I would never like just bring nobody out like here try this.
But you ain't had no alternative motives either. You know what I'm saying? Obviously.
Well, the alternative motives was for these girls to loosen up so we can make all of this money.
Dance, whatever.
Yeah.
Ain't like
so they can stop being so uptight. You know, but I wasn't trying to get them hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, they was going to get hit regardless because that's what they did, get hit.
I need you to make love to that nigga when you on his lap. You understand me? Now go ahead and work that shit.
Not even that. I more so used to be like, hey, I need you to be nicer to these guys because you don't know who you don't know who these people are. Like we're not, and of course this was over like Diddy, over decades of different girls. So the first group of girls, we were great. We were dynamic because we got each other. We were all young. We was figuring it out. Then they got younger. And, yeah. But everybody was of age, okay?
Let me clarify now.
And guess what, guys? Guess what I thought about? So every time I see somebody, right? Guess what they say? I was in the strip club and I had no business being in there. I was 16 years old seeing you. How does that correlate to Diddy?
Wow.
Do you see the correlation in that? These 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds was inside of the strip club, not to my knowledge. You get what I'm saying? But I'm pussy popping on a handstand.
It could be a flip side that he's not really necessarily seeking young Jaws, and young Jaws are in the mix too. You don't know.
But
yeah, I mean, because he's not carding. He's not carding people at the door.
Absolutely.
He's not at the door, so is he supposed to be at the door like, let me check your ad dick?
Yeah, right.
Like,
But
how is
at
that
the
supposed
same
to go? Like, how's that supposed to go, yo? Like,
But at the same time, though, that is Hollywood, and you hear all them crazy stories about how they like them young girls. So I wouldn't be surprised if
just
he
like in
could have
regular
a
world,
fetish.
in Wiley's world, we just spoke about this
listen.
last week.
We just had this a few years ago with Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying?
No, Bill Cosby.
But what I'm saying,
girls know
this is the environment. This is entertainment. This is Hollywood.
So now that's-
These are the type of parties that go on. So like you saying before, when
You
somebody
know what you
attends
stepping
these
in.
parties,
And I'm not saying it's not naive women.
Right.
I'm not saying that at all. But your naive ass shouldn't be there because you're naive. Because at the end of the day, I could have stepped into a lot of buildings, a lot of places that I could have probably been raped, drugged, and who knows what. But my intuition told me, no Diddy. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because of the way I was raised, too. And that has a lot to do with raising and upbringing.
what Cat
So-
Williams say?
so-
Sometimes you got to tell.
Did you know? So now knowing that this kind of thing is so widespread in Hollywood, so I was thinking about this earlier.
Or you could also, real quick, as Luke said, leave the party early. You know what I'm saying? And that's what
Once
Luke
you
said.
see
He
the
said-
titties start coming
he
out.
said, he said, I wouldn't stick around, be there long. He said, I wasn't doing no after party or being there long. So
Because you
I
know
would-
what comes with it.
Yeah, but this is Luke talking after years of being Luke.
But Luke was nothing. You
But
ain't
no,
never
but
hear
he
one
told-
slander on Luke's name.
All right, yeah, that's Luke being Luke in his environment with grown ass women slapping their asses and doing
And
what
you
they
never
need to
heard
do.
slander on Luke's name.
Right. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm
He's
saying
talking
like,
about when it came to a Diddy party,
Oh,
he got
right.
out of there early.
When it,
yeah,
when,
but
you know
he
what I'm
was
saying?
also a veteran at this time,
You know
so
what
he
I'm
probably he in the
He
know.
talking about in the 90s.
he's in the
You know what I'm
know,
saying?
but he in the know. And
Yeah.
he's in the know. I'm not
Right.
doing it. So I'm not going to, hey, what's up? You my mans in them. I'm going to stop through your joint, but I'm out of here.
Right.
I'm cool.
And
The levels.
Also, what might be appealing to somebody else who ain't Luke is the appeal of all these young naked women doing all this crazy stuff. Luke is like, I got that in Miami. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
And I got it. And when they really wanted to do it because they was down for the cause versus trying to be the next Instagram model or whatever.
Now, speaking of this, right, because we're talking about Luke and these Diddy parties, do you think, right, like in order to be successful, you might not, at that level, you might not have to be an active participant in the debauchery, but you have to be complicit. Like this is going to go down in front of you and you can't say anything or you're going to risk damaging your career. You won't achieve certain levels of success that you want.
that's the world.
Because it seems so widespread.
I mean, listen, bro, that's the world you live in when you start talking about entertainment and you start talking about different things that go on in different parties and circles and this, that, and the fourth.
The entertainment is slavery. That's what they did to us. They pillaged us and they did everything. And this is a cycle. But I need you to sit and think about what I just said for a second.
Yeah, listen here, Miss Tubman. What I'm trying to say,
Whatever.
you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, all I'm simply saying is that this is what it has been forever when it comes to this shit.
Period.
And when you a person that hasn't achieved, let's say, the stardom or the gig, you know, we talking about these interns. We talking about all these fresh people that are earning their way up the ladder. Personally speaking, we have somebody who's not going to speak on that shit, but he was around a lot of shit. Over here, the Duke, all right? Let's not forget about the Rock days, all right, with this good brother. He done seen a lot of shit that he just had to walk it the fuck off, all right? Because that's what it is. Like, that ain't my place. That ain't my job. Damn, that's fucking crazy. I'm out of here. You get what I'm saying? Type time. Like, that's just what comes with it, dog. Like, everything you can't put a battle on in the battle for because of your stature and where you at with it. Who the fuck listening to you, intern boy? I'll get you fired and fucking done out this industry.
So is that the selling of the soul then?
It's not so much selling of the soul.
It is selling of the soul. It's a selling of the
You
soul.
see foul
It's
things
a
going on
selling of
all
the
around
soul.
you and you feel
You
like I can't
walking
say
away-
nothing because it's not my
listen,
place.
You turning the eye and you walking away from it like that. I mean, what the fuck? What can you do? In certain situations, what the fuck can you do? Except if it's a situation where, like, all right, I'm just gonna say somewhere like, I don't know, like, yeah, somebody trying to beat on the broad or just like do some old extra rough extra shit to a broad. Like, nah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Like, are we speaking about rape? Now, if you don't, okay, here comes the Tubman bitch in me, right? Because unfortunately, these are the things that we have to speak up about. Because
No, I would have a problem with that, but you
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, but you know, I'm just saying that's like on an extreme
telling
level. But just like motherfuckers talking, let's just say, for example, just using that as an example. I don't know, but I just used The Rock as an example. Back in the day, from documentaries and everything,
Which
we
Rock?
could say that Dame Dash was a bit loud. Shout out to you, love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Inspiration. But you say he could be a little bit loud at times, all right, when he was expressing himself with situations. And if you ain't accustomed to that, that can be a motherfucking thing to deal with. But in order to get this business done and get shit needed to be done out, you had to tune this shit out and get the shit done. It don't gotta
But that's
necessarily-
different,
Called
though.
passion, and
That's different.
I'm
That's not the
passionate,
same
I'm
as-
loud. I'm saying if right now we walk in this building right now and Puff Daddy's over there raping a girl,
Yeah.
I'm telling. Now, if it's a party that I'm invited to, I'm not going because then I don't have the burden of telling because I wasn't there because I know what goes on there.
Right.
But
So
what if
that's
you
the
did?
difference, huh?
But well, let's just take it back now to the 90s when it's fresh and you didn't know shit. And now, like, you know what I'm saying? And you just walked in just like with the virgin eyes.
See,
and
the
just
thing
like,
is,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not a virgin eye bitch. Like anything that I don't know about, I have to do a little research on before I step into it. Because because I was a dancer for so long, I learned this early, like super early. Certain parties just not for me.
But listen, this is what I'm taking it back to.
And that's what I'm saying to you.
But you wasn't a dancer yet. I'm taking it back to out of fucking high school. You're fucking open, all right? And you happen to go to a party because it's Puff Daddy around the times like, you know what I'm saying, with the total John and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Around, at the height. You get what I'm saying? With
No.
Big and shit.
Okay.
Like that. Like, come on, dog.
I
You like
understood
16,
the question.
But you would have went
Most,
there.
No,
most people
this is
will
what
turn
I'm
a
saying.
blind eye to it.
Okay, so let me just give you an example. Right out of high school, I'm 19 years old. I go to this thing at the radio station. Some rapper tries to talk to me. So I'm talking to him, blah, blah, blah. He tries to take me to his hotel. I don't go because I'm scared. I told you I'm a scary bitch that know how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm very scary. My grandma embedded that in me. Like, as soon as you start feeling the little weight in your gut, it means no. It means no. I have been propositioned by some great people.
See, everybody don't have them standards. Sometimes that money come out and people will
Yeah,
shut
and
up.
I was getting money. And
You
still
could be
get
like
money.
Puffy's staff and help facilitate it. You go get the girls. They said all his
They
butlers and
prey on-
everybody.
They know who to prey on.
They
and
had
what
fanny
types to
packs
prey
full of
on.
drugs
There you go.
all the time. All
There
kinds
you
of
go.
coke and
That's
mushrooms to keep everybody. I don't know how they was getting any work
Shrooms are
done.
very good. Shrooms are good. They're from the earth, and I feel like sometimes you just have to sit Indian style on the shrooms, like and literally just see what life has to offer. Okay,
I'm cool.
like, but
Yeah, I
but
don't fuck with them.
but that's the thing about it. In life, everybody has their own thing. You can do what you want to do. 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 And she's always gonna do what she wants.
And that's
to
what
do.
Puff was doing.
And,
Yeah.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
no Tina. So no, I'm sorry. That's not funny. I'm sorry. It's so.
It's crazy. Even in this new case with this new guy, according to the indictment, Puff was trying to pass this producer off to Cuba Gooding Jr. Like Cuba Gooding Jr. is an indictment for sexually assaulting this guy too.
And this is not the first
This
time
is
we heard about
crazy.
him. That he has been in several allegations, right? You heard about
And it's
the
not a good
allegations,
look
right?
because every time you see him recently in the news, he looked like he out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Entertainment shit is
yeah.
wild.
So
But the thing
is
about
wild.
it is when you get to a certain stature of money, everything becomes easy. So when everything's easy, you get bored. I've been around these bored niggas. They bored. So they wake up in the morning with unlimited money to do whatever it is anything that we can wake up today and imagine that we want to do, they can wake up and do it. So that's when your morals and your standards and your values kick in.
And if you don't have them,
And if you don't have
Let's see
none,
what I can make somebody else do.
right.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I'm gonna say pause and no Diddy before this statement because I'm just doing a funny reenactment. So that's basically like
I don't know why I'm like that.
rich nigga waking up and just being like, oh, you know what? Yeah, call Claude up. Yeah, I'm gonna offer him about $100,000. Yeah, he gonna suck both of y'all off, and I'm gonna watch. And I'm gonna enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Like, that's the type of shit.
But can I ask you a
know what I'm
question?
saying?
As a
Like-
grown person,
like,
is there
this the type
something
of
wrong with it?
Like this type of shit.
Where do we teeter the line of that's my fucking business? And if I want to pay somebody $50,000 per person to watch them get chewed up as an advocate of watching, why is that anybody's business?
No, we're not saying.
What's the problem in that?
I mean, if that's what you into.
If that's what you into.
Here we go.
I mean,
Listen,
if they're all consenting adults.
There we go.
And that's all it's about. If you consenting, that's
But that don't mean it ain't weird.
No, where to you? And
No,
this is the thing
Diddy.
about no.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
But
this
like,
is unfair because everybody has a different sexual appetite. Mm-hmm. And to put a stigma on one person's sexual appetite, like this is what I like. If I like it, I like it. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
It's not affecting you. It's not affecting you. It's not affecting anyone.
I understand
It's only
that.
affecting me because I'm aroused.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's different when you try to put people in compromising situations based on how much you can pay them to do it.
Yeah.
Now that I understand. Now if I'm like, yo,
let's say you know that
if it's forceful,
right,
then that's the difference.
Or if you know that this is not what this person's into, but you're just trying to see
Yeah.
what you can do.
You're trying to teeter the line.
That's no accountability on the person on the other side of the $50,000.
Let me see what your price tag is.
Yeah, and that happens all the time.
No, but it's been a lot.
It happens all the time.
There's probably been a lot of people that have told Diddy no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all. Everybody was laughing at Cat Williams.
Yeah, so.
Everybody was laughing at Cat Williams. That man said, and then he went up. He kept going up on his price. Y'all heard that what Cat said, and Cat said, I was just like, I'm not. Whatever he said.
I just have a problem with thinking back to certain points now. It was, I don't know, I don't think it wasn't a Drink Champs. I think it might have just been an interview or something, but it was like Diddy in the studio with like Jadakiss and Fabulous. And he was talking to Fab, talking like, yeah, but you ain't never, you know what I'm saying? We ain't
never really party like
wasn't
that.
Drink Champs, but the early Jones.
It was an early Drink Champs, yeah, but like we ain't party together yet, Daddy.
Yeah.
Like, listen, let me
that's what Puff said to Fab.
Fabulous.
Yeah, now hold on. Listen, no grown man. You understand what I'm saying? My kids and my shorty, when she feeling right, call me daddy. That's it. You understand what I'm telling you?
Who is
Point
this shorty?
blank, period. You know what I'm saying? All day long.
Shorty?
Ain't no fucking grown ass man gonna be calling me daddy. No, dog.
And
I have a problem. I'm
that's
saying
your
off
standards,
top.
and you would have stopped right
You know
there,
what I'm saying?
right? You would have
Like,
never been around Puff again, right?
But
Think about
it was
it.
funny. Fab looked uncomfortable.
Oh, he did.
Like,
He absolutely was. Like, no, we can tell that. Like, no.
The kid was sitting there like, well, they're talking to me.
I ain't partying with
that's
him.
the difference. Now guess what I get out of that? What I get out of that is Jadakiss is 100% comfortable in who he is. Yeah, in his voice and everything that he is, right? And Fab kind of like, yo, why you telling our business?
Wow.
And that might sound crazy, right? But that's when you.
I ain't saying that at all. I fuck with you.
No, I mean, listen.
I'm saying, goddamn.
I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I'm saying as somebody that pays attention, and it's kind of why does Puffy feel comfortable talking to Fab like that? He didn't say it to Jada.
Now, granted,
This
listen to
was
what I'm
like
saying.
the whole scene where they drink.
Back it up and listen to what I'm saying. Like,
He
and
knows,
I'm not
but
saying
yeah,
this is right.
But you get what I'm saying? In that situation, that also seemed like a situation too where Fab ain't never really hung out. That seemed like a situation where
He's like, we ain't never party. Like, I'm trying to get you to hang out with me.
And what I'm saying is, like, I ain't never even really busted up with you, period, like that. We promoting this Kiss and Fab album or whatever like that. You on here, but like, yeah.
So basically, I've been trying you all this time, and you didn't take the bait. Yeah. But you're not. You ain't stop it because I ain't gonna talk to Kiss like this because he put me in my place.
No. Puffy shoot his shot at whoever he want to shoot at because he offered to take 50 shopping. 50 tell that story all the time. Like, yo, this offered to take me shopping.
No, bro.
Puffy see you and he wants you.
And guess what? If Puffy see you and he wants you,
I want you.
Listen. The only difference between what's going on with Puffy and a Rick James era is everybody was high and happy in Rick James era, and they wanted.
Or you shut up, bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So matter of fact, all right, my question should be, what's the difference?
I think the difference is It's not the freakiness. We know Puffy like his. They call them freak offs. They just big orgies. Not new. I think the difference is the trafficking. I think once you start paying women to sleep with other people, like supposedly like his latest girlfriend, and I think 50's baby mom was caught up in this indictment too.
Yeah.
Once
Allegedly.
you start
No, they're
doing
in the
that,
indictment.
and once you get a reputation for sexual assault and hanging around other sexual assaulters who come to your parties, I think that's
It
what
puts a
really
bad
sticks.
taste in the Catholic Church's mouth.
Now, back in the day, when it's
Okay,
Rick
sorry.
James, everybody. It sounds like I'm not saying the assault didn't go down with Rick James,
was flowing and they was fucking
but
with
it seemed like more people
It wasn't
were
any
happier
anger.
with it. Yeah.
Basically what
And
you
there wasn't a
said.
whole bunch of trafficking. He wasn't selling women to. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I ain't hear no allegations.
He
No
probably wasn't
stories
selling them,
about
bitches
that.
probably was just like, who you want me to do next?
Right, yeah.
They were groupies.
Who you want me to do next?
Groupies.
And that's
Yeah.
the difference. It's a bunch of groupies now, and the groupies getting paid.
Yeah.
It's the same effing thing.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, the power of the black man is going up. Rose is back. She entered the chat. Oh, who was I?
Harriet.
Harry's back.
Tubman.
The power of the black male now has elevated to a level where they kind of like scared. Rick James was ignorant. And when
Rick
I say
James
ignorant,
was,
I don't mean ignorant like in the way of he didn't have any knowledge. He was ignorant and shut up, bitch. Like, and just like you know, we're getting more and more educated, and they don't like that. So they're gonna take us down every time.
And Rick wasn't a billionaire.
And he wasn't a billionaire, but he was a billionaire of his time. Of his time. You got to think about the scale of how money has changed.
Count for inflation.
Oh God! Like,
no, facts. But you know, in any event, man, it's going to be wild to see it unravel and unfold. It's crazy because when he got raided, which was on Monday, that was I think not 30 years. No, not 30 years. I think it's been 27 years to when what was that? Life After Death dropped.
Oh, wow.
the same day.
The day he got raided was the day Life After Death.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but
I told niggas, raid that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I've been told niggas. You know what I'm saying? Puff, you thought I forgot about that shit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Baby.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe I believe in universal pull. If I'm very spiritual. For anybody that doesn't know that, and I do believe that you pay attention to those signs. Biggie up there like, no more chances. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. That's gone.
Him and Pac pointing at that nigga like, look at this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Twin, where
I
you
told you
been?
about this nigga.
Yeah, but
My question though is now, who's the new gatekeeper? Who's the new guy in music that's going to be this gatekeeper and try to get people to?
I hope it's not a mumble rapper.
Well, see, I've been hearing that, right? Well, I've been hearing that, right?
Crazy.
No.
That's why I'm not even going to say his name. That's why I put up the signal.
No, because the thing
You see B's face? He know what I'm talking about.
That's how I feel about
nigga.
that.
Like, he know exactly.
I feel about
this nigga
that.
that called my phone tonight and he don't even know me. Listen.
Sleeves.
Don't have you know what I'm saying? Listen.
Don't knock the hustle.
I don't like what you're saying on the podcast, Bols.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
But guess what, y'all? Can I tell y'all something?
But there is no, but if people like Jay-Z, if people like Beyonce, if they're all at these parties with Puff Daddy, like I said, you might not be a participant, but you got to be
We just come
complicit to
through
some
and be out. Me
degree.
and B be there for 5 minutes and we
take
be
a
out.
picture. We out.
And
It's
we
just
out.
me and Jay.
But how can you reach that level of success without doing something crazy? It seems like there's got to be something they can hold over your head.
All I did
You know
was
what I mean?
marry B. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe not though, because here's the thing, right? And
There's definitely some shit.
It's some shit in everybody's life. I'm sure you have some shit in your life.
No, but it's a no. So we
No. I'm just saying shit. Period. It's different types of shit. You got small shit, big shit, stinky shit, shit that don't smell like nothing, runny shit.
We don't
all
got
have
run the
shit.
world. We don't got run the world activities.
But
shit,
that's
though.
the point that I'm saying. It doesn't matter. We all have shit. But because of the levels of life that we're in, is it fair that our shit is not as it's a what's that thing called? A microscope on their shit because they run the world?
I would say
They're
this, right?
people.
If I'm Puff Daddy, right,
Yeah,
and y'all know I done some wild stuff, right, and I'm where I am in society, right, ain't no way I'm gonna allow B to come up and try to get to my level without me having some crazy dirt on him.
Oh,
That's just not going
that's
down.
a horrible. And
If you want to get where I'm at, B,
well,
you're gonna have to
and
do
maybe
this.
That's why
That's how the fuck it
and maybe
works.
that's why I'm gonna
Because they
always
got
win.
dirt on me, I gotta have dirt on you. I
never
got to see you
need
doing
no
something
dirt
crazy.
on nobody because I stand in my dirt, and my dirt is my dirt.
Well, listen here. I appreciate and love that about you, anomaly Tubman. But guess what? What's going on right now with cats like Diddy is that they been, I don't want to use the term from last week, I'm not, but it is kind of groomed. Like, you got to understand who he came up under. Like, Andre Harrell, like, you know what I'm saying? The LA
No,
Reese,
you're right. That
you
is
know
a
what
right
I'm
term.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what
Right
I'm
back
saying?
to what I was saying. Slavery. It all starts there.
Listen, but we're not going all the way back to the train times, Tubman.
But we
We're
have
going back.
to,
No,
though,
we
because
don't.
that's where it starts from.
No, I don't, because I'm going about Diddy right now. I don't have to go back there. I could just go back to the 80s and explain my point. Hear what I'm saying to you. By the 80s, he was groomed by Andre Harrell, one of the, rest his soul, but yeah, heard plenty of stories about him and his grooming tactics. That's how he learned how to be a boss and different things to get niggas, by having the stronghold effect on people, by blackmail. Let me catch him slipping, sip something in that drink. Let me get him what he like. Oh, he like that joint over there. Let him do what he got to do. Oh, he like ball over there. Let him do what he got to do. He taped up, and guess what?
And there's cameras in every room in the
You know what I'm
house.
saying?
Oh my God,
I need you to do X, Y, and Z for me. I don't feel like doing it. Oh, you gonna fucking do it, or this shit gonna
come
public,
out,
dog.
yeah.
So do we gotta understanding? Your wife like this, wouldn't she? She normally off work about 5:30.
Where did we
You know
learn
what I'm
this
saying?
at?
Like,
That's the point. Like, once again,
what you say?
we learned this from somewhere because this is not what our family structure used to be. When we started chasing their finances, their money, their wealth, that's when we started to change. So I understand you didn't want to hop back on the Harriet Tubman train, but we got to talk about where it really comes from because it's really not a us thing.
Yeah, but regardless, we over here. That's what the fuck
I'm not
it
talking
is.
about coming from over. I'm talking about we're groomed. Black people have been groomed.
You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, of course they have been, because what groomed us? Who the fuck groomed us? So, I mean, what have we
Our
looked
capturers.
up to? You know what I'm saying? Like, what have we somewhat looked up to and tried to be and tried to impress for all these times and years and decades and centuries and all that shit?
I want to
Of
ask you a
course.
question, right? And this is, off topic, but I'm an ADHD bitch, right?
I
So
gather.
when you it's great. So when you were growing up, right, and you thought about doctors, lawyers, and police officers, did you think about black men?
I thought
Yeah.
about black men and
I did.
women.
No, did
Yes.
you? I'm asking. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Not necessarily police officers.
No, it's a I'll bring up the stats. Most people from our era, when they thought about people of higher authority, they never thought about blacks. They always thought about whites. And I read, this is a survey that they did, right?
Well, that's because what's the pictures and everything they tried to fill us in the books and everything like that.
This is the point I'm making.
know what
It's
I'm
all
saying?
grooming.
So, I mean,
I'm
of
just
course,
giving different examples.
I get it, but at some point in time, we smarten the fuck up.
But
And
this is what I'm trying to do, smarten us up so we can realize that they're never going to let us get to another level, right? Because
until we organize.
Until we stick together. So for every Puff Daddy, right, it's 10 of them translucent daddies.
Mm-hmm.
And they never get the way they about to tear this man up, the way they tore R. Kelly up, the way they tore Bill Cosby up, you never see this happening on the other side. They don't get the tear ups.
No, because I mean,
I'm not saying they don't get the media attention, but the way that they tear us down, and then even the internet, we tear each other down.
I mean, listen, like I mean, we'll be here all day about that. Like, I mean, that's the whole purpose of shit like this, so we can rise above and try not to be on that type shit. When people give opportunities where they might throw darts and be on some sucker shit, that's when you're supposed to shine and show love and show that you're above that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly, I do.
That's the level that our parents and grandparents and things of that nature tried to raise us up on. You get what I'm saying? Now, there's still time and place to tell somebody, kiss my fucking ass, I'll slap the shit out you.
The kid.
But you know, to each his own. You get what I'm saying? That's all.
As we get older, I'm getting more and more convinced that the whole music industry, especially music that's geared towards black people, is some kind of crazy psyop. It's like at first they glorify all the violence, right? And the sleeves, I know you love your cocaine rap. But they glorify all the violence. They put all the popular coke music out there, and this is what the kids want to emulate. All the drill music, this is what the kids want to emulate. And I know it has to have some effect on them, right? It has to affect your mental
cognitive skills.
some type of degree.
Everything.
Now we're moving into this period where it's really a whole bunch of, you still got the violence for the boys, but now we got the hypersexuality for the girls.
Lines. You could be
right?
whatever you want to be.
It's crazy. We didn't get to talk about it, but the Suki's new song, I'm Selling Coochie.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like they make
from
these
the beginning of the day and on, Suki.
They make these hit records and you'll hear it on your radio and your kids get to go out here and see it. So the whole thing is crazy, right? So you're looking at the drug rap, you got the hypersexual rap for the women. Then you see the people who are putting it all together. You got the Puff Daddies, and then you find out what they're into. Like the whole thing it'll just mess a young person's your head all up. Like the music is poison, and people putting out the music are poison. You can be on top for a little while.
And this is why we don't have any more longevity. This is why, think about since Puffy and Diddy, I mean, Puffy is Diddy. He had so many names. Hot Elliott City. Since these people that have these long runs, right, from our era, who else has had an era that long?
Aubrey, Drake.
No, listen.
No,
Drake is Drake might be the
J. Cole.
Okay,
Kendrick
but
Lamar.
what I'm saying is, it's not too many. Like, you know how people used to have long runs. The runs are. This is just me agreeing with Stop. The runs are getting shorter and shorter. So it's get it, nigga, get it, nigga, get it, nigga, get it.
Well,
it's not keep it, nigga, keep it, nigga, keep it, nigga, keep it.
Well, you got to understand, everything now, if you wanted to talk about it in like food terms, is microwavable.
Yeah.
Everything is microwavable.
There's
the industry back when we grew up was about putting soul food platters together.
Yeah.
All right. They
From
found the artists, had to build them up, the A&R, groom them, the whole situation,
And
development, all that shit. You get what I'm saying? Now you gotta hit, because basically the young boys, because of social media and the internet, they putting whatever shit they want to put out on the net. Somebody fucking with it, it go get 1 million and something likes, something like
Go
that.
viral.
The industry calling like, yo, what's up? We want to fuck with you.
Yo, that's nothing but the devil.
Like you know what I'm saying?
I could have probably.
They don't care about talent now.
If I didn't have any modesty,
it's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game. If I didn't have modesty embedded in my bones, I could have been financially where I want to be. All I got.
But at what cost? I said,
if I didn't have modesty embedded in every part of my bones.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, that's the whole purpose of it.
I mean, I know a lot of bitches that sold to the devil.
See?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. And I mean, we're praying for all y'all that y'all come back over. But
y'all don't even know. Y'all better be praying, because y'all know I can know true stories too.
I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't know how I feel about this whole Puffy situation. Part of me really wishes that none of it was true.
Me too.
You know what I mean? You know, it's like
I
all
still
these
don't
people
like to see a man that, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't want to see no black man in the mix of some shit.
You came up on Puff Daddy.
Huh?
We came up on
Puff Daddy.
First of all, that was our theme song.
You grew up on it. You know what I'm saying?
You grew up on it.
But also, I'm a realist too. And if you got monster tendencies and monster shit with you, then bro, you gotta suffer the consequences for that as well.
Yeah, you do.
And that's just what.
Karma.
And that's just where we at with
and
it
it's
at this
coming out
point.
that this dude was like that for a while.
He's been a monster though.
You know what I'm saying?
This is it. This is back to like the initial days. We have always heard horror stories of how he was a monster from even when we were younger. If you think about it.
I mean, listen, we remember what the Locks had to do to try to get out their contract.
Exactly, but they made it about the contract versus about this man being a dirtbag.
Yeah,
you know, they made it's business. No, F that, because it's not business. It's business being conducted in a shiesty way.
Right. See, my thing with Puff is like, listen, you a shiesty dude, shiesty businessman, you don't want to pay your artists, that's one thing. But now when you out here assaulting people, drugging people, when they have your parties, there's liquor for women and then there's liquor for your people, because the liquor for the women at the party, it's all been spiked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Your people, y'all drink regular liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know this runs rapid? Period. You know, one day, me and some girls that I used to work with, we were at this club in DC. So, once again, I'm honest about things. I have did e-pills before. I have did that. I was in a party life, and that's just it. I don't lie. You can't tell any of my secrets. I'll tell you first.
So Montana disclaimer. Moving forward.
Yeah, oh God. So we were at a club. So I'm looking at my friend, and she did it before too. And I see her jaws are going. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you had a bomb? What's up? Like, why you act like that? She's like, no, I would never do that without you. Blah blah blah. Like, you know, and all of this. I go back to the table and I asked the guy. I said, let me ask y'all a question. Is there something in this liquor? They was like, no, it's in the juice.
Oh,
Damn.
She wasn't drinking liquor, right?
Oh,
but she was drinking juice. Bitch,
I think they said something about that with Puffy
high
too.
as a kite.
Oh shit.
Listen
That
to what
Puffy
I'm
was
saying.
spiking the orange juice and
And
the
I'm a
cranberry.
shotter. I drink shots, so I don't even go for the juice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm regular, like, okay.
Yeah,
And I'm
see?
looking at her, I'm like,
It'll
you
get you
you
anywhere.
getting a little
Cover all your
touchy-feely.
bases.
All the bases.
Yeah.
That's some predatory.
Oh, what she wants, some water? Yeah, give her this water.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is the point that I'm making is not just on that hierarchy.
Yeah.
It's all around.
Yeah.
It's a people thing
So
in certain crowds. Like,
so then if you're a type person that moves like that, then I mean, you deserve what you get.
you deserve what you
You know what
get.
I'm saying?
Yeah, he just was wilding too much. You know what I
That
mean?
power
So
got to his head.
he flew too close to the sun.
No,
Mhm.
no 50 Cent. That power got to his head.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
did. Like, he could have had a long run, but you know that power.
He
You know what I
should
mean?
have shut
Like,
up.
yeah.
Because the thing about it is you threw that sign up, right? And the thing about that sign, if they are doing it, they're doing it with some kind of discretion.
Yeah.
And that's that modesty that I speak of. Everything ain't for everybody, Puff Daddy. So if you out here doing this, but no, he got so big-headed that, once again, he flew too high. Now your balloon bust, bitch.
Yeah, Puffy was too bold.
That air balloon
I
bust.
mean, but it was bound to happen because he had been running them lines for decades, man. Like you said, you had a man do time for you in the shooting. You
But
get
it
what I'm
happens
saying?
in the regular world
You
too,
know what I'm
though.
saying?
Like when it's a big, like just think about the mob.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, these are all, like, you gotta, like what they say, a history of violence. You got a history of sucker shit. You get what I'm saying? And questionable fuckery shit. So at the end of the day, that's just what is coming to you right now. And honestly, what we gonna call this one? No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No
Eh,
no
we
doubt.
should just call it
No doubt.
No Diddy, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought I told you that we would stop.
Yeah.
'cause I got
So, as always, it's a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Want to shout out once again, good brother BJ in the back and this marvelous Duke Barber Company that we at. Like we do always, you know what I'm saying? If you need a cut, go online, holla at them, get you right and tight.
You know what I'm
No
saying?
Diddy.
Right in
All
Chestnut
right?
Hill, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In Chestnut Hill, PA. The Bols, by the way. We're everywhere. That means all platforms, you know, from your YouTube, Gram, BookTok, Spotify,
Yeah, book
you
time.
know,
TikTok.
iTunes, iHeart, right on. Just check us out. Appreciate y'all. It's Sleeves, by the way. You know what I'm saying, if you didn't know. Staff the Militant One, a.k.a. Brother Byron, Dread on the lens.
Yeah.
Of course, the beautiful, you know what I'm saying, Pink
Hey.
Panther over here, John of the Boss. You know what I'm saying, Renita in the building.
Not the Pink Panthers, the Black
You know what I'm
Panthers.
saying?
All right.
Right on, but that pink rocking. So just roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
So
Listen, man, it's the Boss podcast. That is, we everywhere. Hit us on the next one, man.